Hi, I'm Deepa Liu, and I'm the Creative Mystic. And today, my Spirit Guide Portal, Mother of Prosperity, wants to share with you an intuitive message about spiritual prosperity. So let's find out specifically what she wants to share with you. So, Mother of Prosperity wants to share with you what spiritual prosperity is and what you need to do to actually start to have more prosperity in your life. Okay, so let's start with what it is. Mother of Prosperity is coming in and she's saying how prosperity is prosperity, wealth of money, having plenty of money, more than enough that you need to take care of your needs and your desires. That's prosperity. But besides just money, prosperity is wealth of love, wealth of joy, wealth of peace in your life. And what she's meaning by that is, do you have the wealth of self-love, loving yourself? Because Mother of Love has come before. This is Mother of Prosperity saying it too, that the most important love is self-love. And because when you love yourself, then you're able to put love out into the, to the universe, out into the world. And what comes back to you more of? That love. So, but it starts with self-love. So the wealth of love. Do you have the wealth of self-love? Okay. She also wants to ask, or have you ask yourself, do you have the wealth of joy? Are you joyful throughout your day? Do you do things that bring joy, that awaken your joy, that feed your joy? Because that's prosperity. See, going through life and having a lot of money but not feeling that you love yourself or that you have any joy in your life or within your heart is not prosperity. So, do you have that joy in your heart? Okay, do you do things that ignite that joy? And she's wanting me to give you an example, like for me. She's telling me to share with you like what it does for me. When I paint these spirit guide portals, when I get a vision and I actually create them and I infuse them with the blessings of that spirit guide, I feel joyful. And after a day of painting, the next day I wake up and I feel joyful because I just have been in that vibration of doing something, creating something that awakens and feeds my joy, okay? So she wants you to, what is that for you? She really wants you to ask that of yourself, okay? And here's the other one too that's important for wealth, is do you have wealth of peace? Peace in your heart, peace with what's showing up in your life. Because if you're not having peace, that's not wealth. See, now, that doesn't mean that you accept what is in an apathetic, give up, I can't manifest anymore kind of way, but peace that you really have the faith that your higher power, whether you call it God, Buddha, Allah, doesn't matter the name, Divine Mother, Spirit, the universe, that everything is happening for you, happening for the good of your life. Because when you actually have that faith and know that, you have peace. And so do you have a wealth of peace? Inner peace of how you feel in your heart, or I should say, and outer peace, like is your home peaceful and harmonious? See, because she says that's the wealth that's going to draw you more wealth of financial wealth. And so she really wants you to understand also if you have any inner conflict, because she says there's a lot of conflicted messages around money in spirituality, and she wants you to understand that desiring money is not evil, that money's not evil, that having that desire to have money is about a desire to take care of yourself. See, because in this world today, she's saying it takes money. And so even though it might be a different system than it was thousands of years ago, it's not any different. And so you want to just look at money as if, okay, this is just something that we need to take care of ourselves. And desiring it is just about taking care of yourself. And that's a wealth of having peace, a wealth of having self-love, a wealth of having joy, because then you're able to take care of yourself. And so Mother Prosperity wants you to really to understand that that's what wealth, true wealth is that you have that wealth of self-love, wealth of joy, that you're doing something that brings you joy, that you're on purpose, that like the reason why people look for their purpose is because they want to do something that has meaning and awakens their joy, feeds their joy, that, wow, I really feel like I'm doing something that makes a difference. That's what creates joy in your heart, okay? And then the wealth of peace, the peace of knowing that that everything in your life is actually a manifestation of the divine, of higher power, and it's there for your betterment, and that you have peace with it even if you don't like it some, okay? Because you can have a like and dislike and still accept something and be peaceful about it and go, yeah, it's not my preference. But when you have that charge of, I feel frustrated and I hate this, and that's not peace. But you can go, yeah, this is not what I would choose if my ego got to make up its mind, but I know it's happening for me. That's a level of peace. And so that's what wealth is, spiritual wealth, okay? Now, how do you start to get that? Because I bet you're hearing this and going, well, maybe you have some of it, but maybe you don't have others. How do you actually start to do that? And she said, part of that is developing this wealth, spiritual wealth, is about becoming aware whether you're being expansive or contractive. Now, how do you know which one's which, right? Well, expansive is anything that's an uplifted emotion, right? An uplifted emotion, it's inclusive. Like, remember I talked about how if you love, you give self-love, then you attract more love of others, right? And then you're able to give love, that's inclusive. Then if you have joy, that's uplifting, right? You'll feel uplifted, people say that. When people are in love, they usually feel very joyful and uplifted. People can see it in their energy. And when you have peace, peace of no matter what's going on in your life, all of that is expansive. Now, contractive is when you get resistant, you get frustrated, angry, push things away, hate something, all that's contractive. Now, it's not about whether it's bad or good. It's about which one's going to move you towards attaining the spiritual wealth and the financial wealth that you desire. And why do I talk a lot about this financial wealth? Because Mother of Prosperity wants you to understand that financial wealth is really important in today's day. That there's nothing evil about desiring money. It is about self-care. And that she wants me to share with you Yogananda. He's a saint that came from India many, many years ago. And he used to say about how attaining financial wealth is the second highest aspiration to desiring to be enlightened or self-realized. And the reason why he said that is because all of the skills and abilities you need to become financially wealthy are the same skills and abilities you need to become enlightened and self-realized. And so by going for that financial wealth, you are developing qualities in yourself so that you can become enlightened or self-realized. In other words, be able to become, but come from that expansive, higher consciousness place. So this is the message Mother of Prosperity wanted me to share with you. And she's wanting me to ask you to think about what's the one area that you can start to work on. So, we mentioned wealth of money, wealth of love, self-love, wealth of joy, and wealth of peace. Now, she's not expecting you to instantaneously be in that place in all of them, but there's one of them that you can directly start to make inroads in to be in that energy of wealth. And what she wants you to do is she wants you to practice something that I do, and she wanted me to share this with you, is whenever I'm doing something to grow my business or something, and something doesn't quite work out with the desired results that I myself, my ego wants, instead of getting upset about it, I just use the term next. And she really wants you to understand that this word next is actually very powerful. And it helps you to be in the energy of expansion, which is what you want. So if you do something with yourself, well, maybe you berate yourself, and that's not self-love, because maybe what you're wanting to increase is the wealth of self-love. And just so you know, it is one of the most important areas you want to increase your wealth in, because when you increase your self-love, you become more magnetic and you start to attract and draw to you financial wealth. Wealth of having a significant other, a loved one that loves you and that you love. So, but you can pick which one that you want. You may need more peace right now just because maybe your life is filled with things that are frustrating you. And it's very difficult to feel any self-love if you're frustrated all day long. So yours may be, I want to increase my wealth of peace. And so she wants to use this term next. So I want to finish the story she wants me to share with you about how whenever I'm doing something to put out a cause, to be a bigger blessing in the world, and maybe I have aspirations that I want there to be, 100 people, and 4 people show up, or 2 people show up, okay? And instead of getting upset that more people didn't show up, one is I accept that I know, oh, this is all happening for me. So this gives me a wealth of peace. Oh, this is happening for me. There's something I'm supposed to learn in having this amount of people that's going to now bring me to the 100 people that I want. That's one example, okay? So when I put out my causes, and let's say I make a cause, I do a free talk or a blessing or a video or whatever it is I'm doing, okay? And it doesn't get quite the results I'd like. It's about, just like, thank you, Divine Mother. Thank you for whatever results I've gotten, because I know it's for my good. And next. What's the next cause I'm going to make? What's the next thing I'm going to become aware of? What's the next? And when you start to go next, it opens up your mind to be expansive, rather than being stuck in whatever frustration you're having. Or if it's about self-love, maybe you're having self-hatred. It's about next. What's the next? The next thing you're going to do, the next cause you're going to make, the next thing you're going to learn. But saying to yourself, next, so that you know to acknowledge what you're feeling here, but then move on to the next step that you're supposed to take. And by checking in with your higher guidance, you can get higher consciousness guidance. It's one of the reasons why I work with people and their spirit guides, is because I want you to be able to get higher consciousness guidance, not be stuck in the problem, okay? But you ask and say next, okay? You could even go, next, if spirit guide, what's my next guidance you're gonna give me to move me forward, okay? So if you have any questions, I'd love to hear how it works for you when you use next and when you tune in. And I'd love any comments, shares. And if you like what you've heard, please subscribe or give me a thumbs up, a like, or share this with someone that would benefit from it, because it all helps my channel. And remember, greatness is within you. It's time to shine your light. Blessings. Have a miraculous day.